Hi, welcome back to another riveting episode of Giant James Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a sort of chicken tikka, one pot chicken with rice sort of stew, and with a bit of chilies in it to add some heat, loads of vegetables, and it's really simple, delicious. We've got some boneless chicken legs we're going to use. You can use boneless chicken thighs, you can use chicken breasts, but the boneless chicken legs just give it that skin and loads of good stuff. They are delicious. So we've got that. We've got, for the base of our sauce, some onion, some garlic and some chili. We've got, then the main part of it is tomatoes, peppers, loads of vegetables. We're going to use tons, really thicken it out. We've got instant rice. If you don't want to use instant rice, you can use normal rice. You've just got to cook it for longer in the mix. I'll explain it. And then we've got some coriander to finish and some lemon to finish as well. We're going to be cooking with olive oil, salt and pepper. So simple. It's going to take about 20 minutes to prep and then about 25 minutes to cook. So really easy. Maybe half an hour to cook. Simple. So let's get cooking. Right, first things first, we've got to set up our chicken. We've got the boneless leg. Now, when they take the bone out, the cooking time speeds up a little bit. You should be left with like this really sort of succulent chicken. It's delicious. Sort of 1 tablespoon of this tikka paste to each packet of chicken breast. You don't really want much more than that. And you're just going to give it a light coating all the way over. The reason is because you're just going to brown off the chicken in the pan. So you heat your frying pan up. It's like a medium-high heat. Add a bit of olive oil, okay, and a bit of salt. Just going to heat that up. Let it get hot. And with this, we're just going to make sure all these chicken breasts are covered. Sorry, chicken legs or whatever they are. Chicken legs are covered in a light coating of tikka sauce. You don't want to use too much at this stage because you want it to cook really well. So you can hear that sizzling away then, yeah? I'm just going to add it straight into the pan. Okay, so we're going to do 4 at a time here. Well, just as much covers the pan. Okay, so that's about a minute on one side? Once you've done a minute on one side, we're going to do a minute on the other. Still want to be giving the chicken a bit of colour. So when you've done a minute on each side, you're going to do the next batch, another minute on each side. Oh, it's spinning a little bit. Get a nice high heat. Give it a little check. So you get that nice colour. I want to just try and brown off the underneath a little bit more as well. I can see too much pink there. When you've got that there, when it's done, place it on a plate. Make sure it doesn't stick too much on the pan. Get it in the oil. Okay, while the last batch is doing, that minute, 2 minutes, we're going to slice a whole onion. This is going to be the base of our sauce flavour. And we're just going to make big slices because normally we dice it up really fine for flavour, but this doesn't require that. So just make like about 1 centimetre thick slices, which we're just going to fry up in a minute. Okay, so then turn the heat down on the oil because it's smoking a little bit. We're going to cook, nice low heat. We're going to cook, you can put them in a little bit hot so they brown straight away, but we're going to cook these onions for about 8 minutes. And what that does is it's going to cause them to sweat and caramelize a little bit. So chop the whole onion in there. Just add a touch more oil so they don't stick to the bottom of the pan. About a tablespoon. Add some salt for some seasoning. You want to cook these for about 8 minutes, lightly stirring. So while those cooking, we're gonna, ooh, my eyes. We're gonna prepare our garlic and our chili. Can't even separate this one, too weak. Fucking hell. What's up with these? Okay. We want to take about 3-4 cloves of garlic. Got 4 here. Okay, we're just gonna slice up our garlic. I'm gonna take about 3 chilies. Nah, 4 chilies. And we're just gonna slice them up as well. Oh, my eyes are stinging so much. There's so much garlic, chili and onion cooking. I'm like squinting my eyes. It makes me cry. Just gonna chop these nice and small. About the same size as our garlic. We're just gonna add all this in at the end. Okay. So while we're waiting for that, chop our peppers up. I can't remember how I watched Gordon Ramsay do it the other day. I think it was like that. I watched him do this on TV. There you go. You cut around all the seeds. Genius. So now I've tried it, I'll teach you how to do it. Obviously, if you've got better knife skills, then go for it. But you put it the green side down, and you cut like that around. You can use a smaller knife if you want to, and then cut around the seeds. And that just gets rid of all the seeds straight away. Okay, not as good as Gordon Ramsay yet. Maybe another 50 years. And then what did he say? I think he said like put did you say skin side up? Yeah. Skin side up, because it's easier for the knife to get through. Just slice them like that. Remember just to check on your onions so they're getting a nice sort of translucent colour, and then they're browning off of the edges, which means they're caramelizing lovely. Ooh. They're going to taste great. Ah, it's hot. Go. The reason why we're prepping all our vegetables now is just to save us time later on. Simple. So one thing I forgot to mention was chicken stock. We're going to add this later. You definitely need this for this dish. So after you've added the garlic and the chili, and you've cooked it off a little bit, just slightly, you're going to need to add the rest of the sauce. Get it all in there. Cook that for like just a second to bring that heat up a little bit. It smells great. It smells amazing. Okay. Then you're gonna tip the chicken into the pan. Add it back in. And you're going to add 500 ml of chicken stock. So about half this container. So about half? I feel that. A little bit more. Now you're supposed to have a lid for this, but we don't have a lid, so I'm just gonna have to wing it. Just add more chicken stock. If you don't have a lid, what that means is that a lot of this sauce will start to evaporate. So you just top it off with more chicken stock. So what we're going to do now is add the peppers. Bring this up to the boil, so put it on full mega heat. So this could feed like four or five people, I reckon. There's tons of veg in here. And then while we're sort of waiting for that to come to the boil, we're going to bring that to the boil and then simmer it, which means it's just like slightly bubbling for 25 minutes, so that chicken cooks through perfectly. The last 5 minutes of that 25 minutes, we're going to add the rice and these tomatoes, which we're going to sort of chop up loosely. Now, if you're using not instant rice, and you're using just normal rice, you put the rice in now and you cook it for like the 25 minutes. Because we're using instant rice, it's only going to take about 5 minutes. Don't ask me why we're using instant rice, I have no idea. So we're just going to chop these tomatoes into big chunks, because they're going to, is that right? How did I do the last one? I wasn't paying attention. Quite slightly uneven, but I don't care. Okay, so that's cooking away nicely now. I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes. I'm going to have myself a cup of coffee while I'm waiting. And we're back after 20 minutes. This has been cooking nice and well, I guess. Chicken looks kind of done. The sauce is reduced a little bit, so it's slightly thicker now, which is going to be great when we serve it up. So we're just going to cook it for another 5 minutes with all our tomatoes. Just add a little bit more to the sauce and our instant rice as well. There's the tomatoes. So we're like heavy on the vegetables with this one, to be fair. The rice will add body to the sauce as well, and like drain some of the like sauciness out of it. So it thickens up naturally as well. Try and separate the rice as much as you can. The problem with instant rice is it kind of like sticks together until it's cooked out a little bit. So you just got to stir it a little bit more. So as you can see, our pan is like pretty full. So you just push the heat up so it gets it back boiling again. But the chicken's starting to look really succulent now. Try and break up the rice a little bit in the pan. And add some more salt and pepper for seasoning. And you're just going to cook this for another 5 minutes. Put your timer on. So it's been probably about a minute already. So I'm just going to put it on for 4 minutes. Go. Just leave that on the side. Try and get as much pepper out of this crappy grinder as possible. So while we're kind of waiting for that, I'm just going to prepare our coriander. So you just take that amount off, a handful, and just pop that all there. It smells great. And we're just going to use this to garnish and finish the dish. You can smell all the flavors coming out of that now. And the same what we did before, just Take the lemon. Put it into like a little quarter like that. Slice down the middle. And we're just going to use that to finish as well. So, you chill out for another 5 minutes. Finish that glass of wine. Okay, after that 5 minutes, that's it. Take it off the heat. You can let it cool down for a couple of minutes, but we didn't have enough time. So where's that ladle at? There it is. We're going to take our big ass ladle. And we're going to just serve this all up in there. If you have a bit more rice, it will absorb more of the sauce, just FYI. So, I love chicken, so I'm going to have loads of chicken. Is that big enough? I'm starving. Okay, so take a little bit there. A little bit of coriander to garnish, and a squeeze of lemon all over it. And there you have it. Chicken tikka with chili, stewed chicken in rice and other stuff, vegetables. Thanks very much for putting up with me for another 20 minutes or however long they edit this piece. See you next week for another smashing episode of Giant James Kitchen. Peace.